One thing I think it's important to note too is that this is giving caregivers permission to say, I'm not always happy.
Oh, yes, right, yes.
Is that an important thing to be able to do?
Absolutely. And the guilt is sometimes what holds them back from admitting that this is really an unhappy time. Because they feel guilty thinking that, what will my caree, the person who's receiving my care, my family member or friend, think about the fact that because they have this chronic illness or disability, and because I help them, I'm now unhappy.
Right.
It's a hard fact to admit, and yet it's just a fact of caregiving. There's so many things that happen in the experience that could really leave you feeling, oh, I just don't know if I can keep doing this. You have sacrifices that you make. You watch someone in continual decline. It's a sad time. It's a sad time. So it leads you to unhappiness. It's just sometimes hard to admit that.
So it's important to make a decision to be happy, I suppose. The plan was to run this project for a year, and yet you're on the second year of the project. Is that correct?
We're on the third year. So we just started the third year in July 2012.
Right. Okay. And why did you decide to continue? And do you see this now as kind of an indefinite part of the website?
I asked the participants what they thought, because we were nearing the end of the first year, if they wanted to continue, and they all said yes, absolutely. So we just kept going, and it is now something that is just a part of the site. It's free to join. I do ask anyone who wants to join to take a really quick survey. And basically, the quick survey is just a measurement of their happiness, how they view their happiness. So that at the end of the project, whenever the project ends for the participants, because it could end when caregiving ends, I'd like them to take a survey at the end that says, how did this project, being a part of this every month, impact your happiness? Does it make a difference to do something like this? So I added something like a little research component to it.
Yeah, you're able to gauge how it's helping people. Really, caregiving.com is a resource for a broad community of caregivers, allowing them to find support and develop true and lasting friendships. How important is human connection for caregivers?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's so great that you picked up on that. It's really critical because you can find yourself in caregiving spending time with someone who isn't able to connect with you in a relationship any longer. So they might have a cognitive impairment, they might have so many physical disabilities and such tremendous decline. It's difficult for them to connect with that family caregiver. So it's a very lonely and isolating experience. And then from the family caregiver's perspective, there's often others who don't understand what they're doing. So family members, friends, might not be there in the way that the family caregiver thought they would or wanted them to. So there's a lot of loss in relationships in a caregiving experience. So when they go to a website like caregiving.com, they can connect with others who understand, who don't ask that question, oh my gosh, why are you doing this? Everyone who's in the community understands why someone is doing what they do. They understand caregiving. So they don't ask those questions, they just support. They understand, they acknowledge, they say, oh, I felt that way too. They share solutions. More importantly, I think what the community does to each individual, keeps them moving forward. Just a little gentle nudge that says, it's hard and you can keep going. We believe in you. We know you can do this.
Right, so it is caregiving.com. Like you said, it is free to join, correct?
It is free to join, and when you join, you can join our online support groups, you can start a blog. If you'd like, you can join a group. You can create a group for your own family members and friends that you can share a calendar, schedules, appointments, who's doing what when. You can keep your family and friends updated through your own personal group. If you're interested in more intense support, we do have membership programs. There's programs called CareCast and FitCast. They're monthly programs where we really focus on what will keep you well emotionally and physically.
Okay. All right, Denise, thank you so much for your time today and your dedication to a resource that helps people make connections.
Thank you so much. This was great.